attending the webinar the first time, I had probably made $45,000. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Well, my average sale, I just got plugged into their webinar, so my average sale is probably still about $6,500. Well, my name is Coach Mark, and I'm from Miami, Florida, and I have been a serial entrepreneur for probably 40 years. Real estate development, finance, and for the last 30 years in the home business industry. Well, I first heard about the webinar through a friend of mine who is also in the home business industry. And I respect his opinion, so I jumped on the webinar, took a look at it, and it was amazing. Well, I attended the webinar because I like to think that my business model can always be improved. And I was working through a period of time in which my business income had dropped. I was looking for a way to increase it. Well, the webinar, my life was, well, I was making okay money. But I was spending some pretty long hours doing it. And one of the things I've learned as a business entrepreneur over the years is that sometimes there's this straight line association between hours worked and income. And sometimes you find yourself like a rat on a proverbial treadmill, running round and round, faster and faster, trying to keep pace with where you were the day before. And I found, after I saw the webinar, a way to step up my business to the next level, make a lot more in a lot less time. Well, after the webinar, I was totally hooked because I really saw a path. I saw a way and a business model and a plan that could take my business to the next level without having to spend a lot more time. Well, I would have to say that my number one takeaway from the webinar was that how simple the system was and how much of a plug-and-play franchise-like business model it was. I was amazed. It was exactly what I was looking for. Well, the way the webinar helped me is it showed me a simple business model to where I could spend less time and make more money so that I could really go do the things I really want to do. Travel, spend time with family and friends, which if you're stuck in a regular business route, you can't do. I would have to say for anybody who's on the fence about spending the time to take a look at the webinar, you need to just step up and do it. I generally tell people spend 30 minutes, and at the end of that period of time, if you're not absolutely so excited you can't even sit down, it's probably not for you. The thing that makes this different from most home-based businesses is that it's really a plug-and-play model. It's kind of like a franchise in a way. And that makes it so simple for the average person to do that the results, I can't say guaranteed, but they're almost guaranteed. In a sentence or less, the best way to describe the webinar is that it's an over-the-shoulder look into a business model that is simple, incredibly profitable, and that gives you a roadmap of exactly what you need to do.
This week was another, well, not quite week, past 9 days, $29,000 in commissions. It's crazy. In the past 5 weeks, in excess of $120,000 in the past 5 weeks in sales. Just crazy. Here at a 5-star resort down here in Greensboro, North Carolina with a golf tournament. I don't know what more you need to see. 5+ weeks, $20,000 plus weeks in a row. $29,000 in 9 days. Turnkey, it's automated. We have everything set up for you. Huge commissions, direct sales at its finest. This is not MLM, network marketing, or anything like that whatsoever. Pretty amazing, but more importantly, you know what? This is something anyone can do. Anyone can do, but more importantly, it doesn't matter what your age, it doesn't matter what your experience level is. This is not a 2 to 5 year business, and you're not going to get rich overnight. But this is something in a relatively short period of time, you can be generating this type of income. So again, my name's Kevin.
Now for over 20 years we ran traditional businesses. I had 2 graphic art studios and Sue had a very, very successful hair and beauty salon. Now over that time we also had 4 children, so life was getting very complexible to running around, so we were absolutely looking for something else that was out there that could replace our income.
And then I read a little ad in a newspaper one day, and I was very, very curious. Anyway, we did our research, got started, and we've now been working from home for over 8 years. And our lifestyle is so different to how it previously was. We get up when we've finished sleeping, we get to travel the world with our 4 children, and the income has enabled us to pay for our elderly parents to have overseas trips, to pay for cleaners for them, to actually give to charities of our choice, and just have a great lifestyle. Look, we're just normal everyday parents of 4. We're nothing special, so if we can do this, we know.
Hello, my name is Ingrid, and I'm in my home office in beautiful Woodland Hills, Utah. I'm happy to share with you today a little bit about myself. I'm a former police officer, and I served for 12 years. I was a detective for 10 years, and while I really loved the work and the people that I worked for and with, I wanted to create a better retirement for myself. And so for the past 10 years, I've been doing real estate, and always open to additional ways of making income, especially from home. I had been following the high-ticket direct sales model for numerous years, and while I loved the income stories that I was hearing, I wasn't always impressed with their marketing systems. And so just about a year ago, I was introduced, and I was so impressed with what they had created. I found the opportunity to be legitimate and actually the best I had ever seen. So I personally got to know the community and the leaders, and they showed me exactly what to do to duplicate their success. All I had to do was leverage the same system. And so I joined, and within 2 weeks, I'm very pleased to say that it worked. And the leaders actually closed the sales for us. And so the only regret that I have is that I didn't start a little sooner. So with that, we're pairing a world-class marketing system with perfectly matched products, and it's a perfect match. So listen, anyone can do this, whether you want to make a couple thousand a month or make it $1 million business. It's already tested and proven, and the opportunity is really right in front of you. So I'll close by saying welcome, and we invite you to join us. Be assured you're in the best place. You're in a safe place, and the timing couldn't be better. So can't wait to meet you, and we'll see you on the inside. Take care.
Everyone, my name is John, and I wanted to tell you both what's happened for our lives because of Business Success Alliance, as well as the #1 reason I think that I have succeeded and a lot of us are succeeding. First, we have a great life. You know, we have everything we want. One of the things you can see behind is that we have a lake home, and we're living here full time, and that is just a big blessing. And we've got, again, all the things we want. So it's allowed us to be free, to be able to give to many other people at our church and other parts of our world, and that is a super great feeling too. So this has come about because of the freedom that I get from working from home combined with the amount of money that I make. So when that kind of combination occurs, you can do all those things. When I was in Silicon Valley, I was unable to do that. I could make a lot of money, but I didn't have the freedom that I have with my time. And to me, I don't know about all you out there, but time is much more important. You can see I got some gray hair here, and so you know, I'm wanting to have the rest of my life be more about time. So if you're that kind of person where you're focused on time, you want freedom, you want to be able to give back, this business does that. The reason that it gives back is that we have the digital franchising, and you know, there's a lot of detail behind this, but we are actually able to show people how it's a business instead of just buying a job that a lot of franchises are out there. And I know this because I used to be in the franchise world for many, many years, and I know all the ins and outs of it, and we've got ourselves a gem here. So digital franchising is here to stay. What we offer is the ability for people to expand and look like a big company, but work from their favorite desk in their house, and also have all the resources of people calling for them and all the resources of the internet and so on. So you are in a good place here. If you've landed here, I hope you'll stay, and your mentor will be very happy to help you, and I hope I can help you down the road. God bless. Take care.